So what we want to do, I think it's a good idea to divide it up so that we can get started in a good way. I think first of all we want to create this Navbar up here. So let's say Navbar. We have, I can't spell I guess. Let's just create some more of these. We want a sidebar. We want let's see. Let's call these featured or something. And this is our footer. And then a footer. Yes, that's what we're going to be doing. Keep in mind, guys, that I am going to be showing you guys how to log in and do everything API related for this application. We're going to do a full stack application using Mongo database, but we're going to do it in steps, as I mentioned. So first of all, we're just going to be creating the layout of this this site. Yes. So we go to our betting site folder. We create a new one called components. Inside of components, we create the navbar.js, and then I have installed ES7 plus React Redux React Native snippets, which is really handy when we're working with next applications. We can go to Navbar, and all we have to do is type React functional component, and then type enter, and now it will create this standard layout for us. We go here, we say Navbar, and enter. So now we have imported the Navbar from our components, which is what we want to do. And as you can see here, we have a Navbar. I think I'll be using this to get the colors for this application, because I have a color picker on my Chrome, which is just a simple extension. First of all, I think we want to get this color. We go back to our Navbar, we go back to the application. So first, I think we are going to be creating this little responsible gambling stuff up here. So we're actually going to be creating a few different divs here. Yeah, we can just start with the Navbar thing. So let's just say responsible gambling. And then inside of this, let's say background, class name. I can spell PG. I just woke up, I'm sorry. And then like this. Maybe it's the same color, I can't see it really. We want a div for this also. We want to put it in here, and we can say text white. We want to flex this and say justify end. So we have it here in the end. We can also make it smaller, because I think it's a bit big. That's perfect. And then we can say, let's give it some padding. Maybe just too much, 2. Yes, that's perfect. So we want this little icon here also, just any icon. I think we're going to be using React icons for this. We say npm install React icons. First we want to go into our betting site, and then we install this. So now we have to find an icon that's good for this. This is a crown, so let's see if we can find something like crown. AI fill crown, that's pretty good. Let's see if there's something better. We are going to be using this AI fill crown. So what I do here is I say AI fill crown from React icons. Let's just see what they do here. That this is going to be AI. I think that's right. So I go back to my application, and right before this, I say AI fill crown, and I just close it. So now you can see up here we have this little crown. Let's just clean this up. We say text sender. No, that's not necessary. We can just go inside of this and say text sender. Oops. Maybe just give it some padding. That's not a possibility. But let's just keep it like this for now. I think it's okay. So I have to see again what happens when we make this small. Something completely different comes up. I think first of all we're going to be focused on creating the layout for the big page, and then afterwards we can create the layout for the mobile site. So this is for this one. We have a pretty nice looking thing up here. I think we can just make this bit prettier because it's like this. So now it's centered, and we can also give it some margin right of 1. Yeah, this is good. Responsible gambling. So that's the main Navbar thing. In the top, I think we should probably divide these, but for this project we are just going to be keeping them all together. I think we can. Okay, let's divide them. I create a new Navbar. We say top.js, and then inside of this we can just do this and just copy this because that's just the start. We can delete everything. This one also. This one. And we import our top that we just created. Like this. So now we have our top, and we have the top inside of this. So we can create another one called, let's call it middle. Inside this we also say RC, we call it middle, that's perfect. We go back to our navbar, we import this middle component. This is not how we do it, like this. Components, let's navbar, a middle. Expected. Go back to our middle, see, like this, perfect. So let's take a look at what we want there. We want these different game modes, let's call it that. We say constant. Let me just really quick look at something. Okay, we say constant, and then we say game modes. Let's call it game modes. Inside of this array, we want to import these different things. So we can give it a title. let's just copy what they have on Bet365. We have sports. With a big S, this is going to be ugly. We have in play. I need a comma here. We have casino. Live casino. Poker and extra. So we go down here, we create a new line, we can create another div inside of this. So what we want here is actually to create some flex columns. I think that's the best way of doing it. Let's just make this bigger, so let me see. Let's say class name flex. And then say, let's just go to CSS tailwind. Then search for flex calls. Or just calls maybe. Just one. Just vertically. Flex row, okay. Yeah. So what we want to do in here, we want to map these game modes. Dot map. We want to map the modes inside of a div, and then inside of this div we can just say modes.title. So let's see. Did I import the middle? Yes. Let's just make this the same color as the top one. The title. Let's just try to remove this because I've never used it. Let's just say flex. And then inside of this we have modes the title. Just say games, just to try something different. I'm pretty sure this is right. Let me just check. This has to be an other. I have some syntax error here. This one and then two of these. Let me just do this over. Games.map modes. Let's see, in here we want a div. And we say modes.title. There they are. We want to make this flex. We want to say flex gap also. I think it's just like this. Yes. We want to say text white. Or not white, gray. This is actually looking pretty good. We can give them some padding also, just to... We're going to do padding down here. This is fine. We don't need this much gap then. Yeah. And then let's say hover text white. So when we hover these icons, the text is white. It's really hard to see, but they're actually doing it. We should make this even... Oh, this is of course down here. So now that we hover them, we get this, and we have to say cursor pointer also. Perfect. Let's make another div, and now we need this flex row reverse. I've never used this, but let's just try it and see what it does. We have help and responsive gambling. Let's just try to type help and see where it goes. Okay, it goes down there. It's not what we want. It's on the way up here. We can say this one is flex. Then we can create another div in here and say that it's flex also. Justify end. Then try to do something in here. It goes here. So what I really want to do here is just do something similar to these, but I want it to be flexed in the end. So I need to give this a padding of 4 also. I need to say, but why is it all the way up here? Oh, that's fine. We do it inside of this instead. No, that's not. Like this. And then we say justify end. Let's just try to put something. Oh, it's mapping everything. That's not good. Okay, so let's just keep it for now like this. We also want a border top of 2, and then let's say border gray 500. We want it on the whole box, so we take this, we put it here. That's really big. That's too bad though. I think it's fine. Maybe we can do it a bit more supple, so we say like 700 maybe. Yes, that's perfect. That's way better. I really want to make these a bit clearer also. Like this. That's good. So now we want to create this logo. Sports in play, search, join, login thing. Actually, what I'm going to do is because CSS Tailwind is providing us with a lot of different navigation forms, so we can just go to CSS Tailwind. We need to use Chrome here. We go here, we go to components, and let's create another one called login, or just nav.js. We go to components, we say browse components, we search for Navbar, we go to Navbars, and then we're just looking for something that suits our project. None of these are really good. Let's go to header maybe. Yeah. So this is really good. We can take let's just do this one. That's fine, right? Yeah. But it's and we do this one. We just copy this code. We put it into our nav that we just created. We go back to our nav bar and we import the nav. So what I just did was taking some code that CSS Tailwind already have provided for us, so we can just copy their code and use it in our own solution. It's just a simple, easy way of doing it. There's no way to invent the wheel when we have so many different things available for us. I take this color because I want it to be another color. Let's see how this scales though. Goes down, that's fine, that's perfect. We go to our nav, we go up here, we say okay. Make it this color. So we want these to what I call sports and in play. Like this, right? Yes. We want a join and login. Create. We have to change this color. It's this yellow color thing. I think we're actually just going to be using a white. I think it looks better. It's just way more stylish in my opinion. Oh, and then we need to change the text. Text black. Also for this one. Perfect. So now we pretty much have what we wanted. Let's just take another logo. We can actually just create one. Let's go to Canva. Let's just search for Canva logo. Logo maker. Start designing a custom logo. And let's search for something like betting or something. Slot. Lucky bet, castle. Maybe an ace. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is good. So we take this. We can delete this. Yeah, let's move this. Let's make this big. And now we just download it. Why can I download this? Let's just do a screenshot then instead. That's the same thing. Try not to get this blue line with it. And save this as, now I have a lot of folders. Inside of our betting site, inside of the public folder, this one over here. So let's just call it logo.png. Just logo. Something we need to do first is actually remove background, remove .bg. We open our folder again. And then I want to remove the background so we can use it as a transparent picture. So I download it. That's perfect. And then I just put it in here also. Let's just call it B3 logo transparent. Or just trans, that's fine. Now we can close these. Close this one. And go back to our next application. We go up here where the image is. We can delete this link and then instead we say logo trans.png. So now we have our logo right here. How does it look? It looks pretty good. So that's just an easy way of creating a simple logo. If you want a simple stand-in logo for your website or something, you can just do it like this. I think it's a really nice way of just creating something, something easy.